Let's jump up in the ring real quick. We'll be right back.
Heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in over 91 kgs, presenting Gary Olive. This man also weighed in over 91 kgs, presenting Dean Carter!
Listen to this crowd, Chris Burgoon. There's Lee Daly up in the ring. I tell you, like you said, he's become a friend. And he's also one of the best boxing trainers in the country.
Yeah, listen, Lee, I would always want to have my back if I'm out in the pub late night and causing trouble. Lee is not afraid of anybody, but this is not about Lee. This is about his fighter. So, what do you think about this? I mean, this is Ireland versus England. This is big. This is two big heavyweights in a small ring. The crowd is crazy. Wow, this atmosphere is unbelievable.
I think Gary Olive better get a knockout or in there. There's no way he wins a judge's decision in Ireland. They ain't giving that to the guy from the UK.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I don't see any result other than a KO here. This is about to be unbelievable.
When I asked Gary how many fights he had or what his fight record was, his exact words were, "I've had too many to count, buddy." I said, "There's no other way. That's what I got to put on here." He's at off the hook coach on all platforms. He actually trains the Misfits heavyweight champ Tempo Arts.
Wow. His response to how many fights he has is absolutely hysterical. I'm sure a couple street fights in there as well. This guy looks like somebody who just loves to fight. Wow, this is going to be incredible.
Kind of reminds you of a Tank Abbott.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell the size difference. Gary Olive is definitely the bigger guy. So
Dean Carter took this fight on 2 weeks' notice.
Exactly, but it'll be interesting to see if Dean can move around.
Somebody's
really
use. Listen to the crowd.
I mean, yeah, I wanted to stop just because if you can hear that crowd, man, they're really here. They're pumped up. We're having a good time.
Dean actually has one of the most successful podcasts here in Ireland, the Pinot or a Goal Show, talking about football, fighting, all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, so these heavyweights are more in the influencer scene. What I'm seeing so far is Gary is using that left hand as a measuring stick. He's obviously the bigger guy. I think they're both controlled. Dean is definitely going to have to get inside. He's going to have to be the quicker man.
He's definitely got the speed.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing so far. But this is a feeling out round. I mean, these guys, once they start throwing bombs, they're going to be hard. The clinch is going to matter here too, man. Like, using your body up against the ring, that wears your opponent out a lot. So it'll be interesting to see if Gary uses his size to clinch up and push him against the rope. But he's kind of wanting to box here. Great left hook by Gary. Touched him up a little bit there. The thing with these heavyweights, Cody, is, even when they're just tapping their jab, those are going to hurt more than regular punches. I mean, these guys carry a lot of weight, carry a lot of power.
That's one thing that you can never do in the States. You can't be slapping on a ring like that.
Yeah, listen, there's no rules out here. There's no rules.
It's like,
oh, great right.
Oh, nice
right.
Oh,
he might have him hurt.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
He says, no, I ain't. Come get somebody.
He might fall into us, Cody. I'm a little nervous here.
You've seen the guy go through the ropes.
Great body work. Great body work by
Dean Carter's got him, but he's telling him, come on, come on.
See,
Come on, I got you.
this is where Gary needs to recover and push his body, wear him out. He's obviously the bigger man. I like the work that Dean's doing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I think Gary Olive just seen his soul just about leave his body right there, buddy.
I'm actually surprised Dean held that right hand back. That's more difficult than people think. That could have been devastating.
This crowd's about to go nuts if they let this song play for very long.
Yeah, listen, this is one thing I love about not only Irish boxing, but over in the UK as well. The Sweet Caroline, it's a tradition like no other. Listen, in the States, people don't like Sweet Caroline for some reason. They think it's a boring song. They think it's overplayed. I think it's one of the best traditions here in boxing over the pond.
I love it, man. This is one of the greatest atmospheres I've ever worked in. Hey, we need to make sure everybody knows Cav Social, right?
Yeah, listen, I've got Cake. I've got Cake Paul fighting three fights from the main event. Of course, I represent Brendan, USA, Sayan Kelly, who is going to be fighting Jordan Burnett in the main event. Listen, a little unexpected news by Brendan. He woke up this morning and he has been throwing up, had food poisoning, couldn't have anything in his body until about 4 o'clock this afternoon. But if you know anything about Brendan Kelly, that man is an absolute warrior. He would be at 25% and still take the main event. We're here in Ireland. We're here for the main event. We're here for that international ICB belt. Brendan might not be at 100% tonight, but I don't believe he needs to be. He is an absolute ridiculous animal.
He holds 2 world records, one for running a mile backwards, 5 minutes, 53 seconds, and 5,555 pull-ups in a day.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
And he actually quit early because he beat the record and he didn't want to go any higher.
Exactly, yeah, he's unbelievable, and you guys will be able to see him in the main event against Jordan Burnett tonight. We're back in the heavyweight action. Gary looks like he recovered. I'd like to see him use more of his body. He's got that left hand down, nice hook. I like that left hook by Gary, but again, pushing him against the ropes, that's going to do a lot of damage and slow Dean down in the later rounds, but Dean looks quick.
If I'm Dean's corner, I'm telling him walk him down.
Yeah.
You got to quit letting him come towards you.
Yep.
Gary's tired. His mouth's open. I'm pushing him to the ropes. I'm working the body, coming up top with a hook.
Yeah, Dean looks good here. He looks in control. He's not breathing too heavy. Great right hand. Yep.
It's coming.
Great combination. Now come back in. Take a step back. He needs to throw. I mean, he can't just stand there. He's got to throw.
If I'm his corner, just unload.
Listen, he can't let Gary get comfortable. Great shot.
These guys really like just throwing their chin out there and letting themselves get hit, though.
Listen,
we don't do that in the States.
No, listen, Gary is tired.
He looks like I would if I would have been boxing.
Listen, yeah, he is tired. These heavyweights, I mean.
Don't come this way.
Great right
Don't
hand.
come this way.
Wow.
We might have just got saved by the bell, buddy.
Yeah, listen, we are so close to this ring that if anybody we saw it earlier. We saw somebody go through the rings.
The crazy part, I thought he was out cold because he was stiff.
Yeah.
But he was just using his legs to hold himself from going all the way down.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
And once again, in the States, if that happens, that's a big deal. These guys are like, oh, you're all right, go fight.
Yeah, listen, it's different. But, Cody, what do you think about the round so far? Who do you have it to?
There's no doubt that Dean Carter's up 2-0 at this point.
Yep.
Gary can take a punch. He's set up against the ropes in 2 different rounds. Let him unload on him. But all that does is give him points.
Yeah.
That's like Thomas Quinn earlier in the night who was doing the same thing. You're just giving away points at that point. If I'm your coach, I'm throwing a towel because I'm not going to let you take those unnecessary shots.
Yeah, listen, though, this is the heavyweight division. Anything can happen.
Yeah, everything can shift on one punch.
I will tell you what, though, if there is a knockout in this third round, this place will absolutely erupt. It will go crazy. I will stop talking, and you will just hear this place rumble. I'd like to see Dean feint to the body, throw that overhand right. I mean, it is open. Gary has that left hand so low.
One of my buddies just texted me and said, somebody get that man some oxygen.
Yeah, he is breathing heavy, man. Dean looks pretty composed. He's got that look in his eye, man. He's got that look like.
I want to see Gary just unleash with one big right hand. One big right hand. Let it go. But once again, if I'm in Dean's corner, I'm telling him, walk him down, finish this fight. You got to get him out of there at this point. If you really want to impress somebody, you got to get him out of there. He's not. I don't think he's thrown 15 punches in the entire fight.
Listen, I think this matchup is going to look somewhat similar to what we have going on later with Cake Paul and Ethan Brave of Brave Management. Cake is definitely the bigger guy. Ethan is going to be, the size difference is going to be similar.
Wow.
Wow.
There's that right hand. If he connects with that, that's dangerous.
Yeah, you do not want to get hit by that. Listen, Gary is gassed, though. He is gassed. I would like to see Dean here throw some more.
You got to let him go. Got to let him go. I'm screaming in this corner. Let him go. Bite down on that mouthpiece and throw everything that you got, because you're not winning this fight without knocking him out. But don't do that.
We're heading to the last 10 seconds here.
This, without a doubt, a unanimous decision. Dean Carter is going to walk away with a win here. And he's going to try to finish the fight quick. At the end there.
Yeah. Great fight. Not what we expected from the heavyweights in a 16-foot ring. Obviously, people want to see heavyweights knock each other out. I would say, from looking at Dean, he's probably more of a natural cruiserweight, but fighting a big man in Gary Olive. And sometimes that size difference is so important, because it is hard to get a guy that's 100 pounds bigger than you out of there, regardless of your speed, regardless of your punch power. I'm going to go ahead and definitely give that to Dean, for sure.
Yeah, that without a doubt is it's 3 rounds to none.
Yep.
You got Lee Daly over here spraying people in the crowd. And let's go through our ring announce here and find out who won.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both fighters. After 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges' scorecards for your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Dean Carter. Please hold your applause.